This is you. 2 arms, 2 legs, fragile as a phone without a case. Today, your biggest threat is probably burning your coffee or losing your charger. But what if I told you there was a time when even the local squirrel could kill you with a slap? Today, we're going to meet 5 prehistoric animals that would make you last less than an open bag of cookies at school recess. And spoiler, running won't help. 5. Megalania, the nightmare lizard. If you think a garden lizard is scary, meet the Megalania, the largest lizard that ever existed. Imagine a Komodo dragon, now scale it up to 7 meters long and 1,320 pounds of pure, I'm going to eat you alive. The Megalania lived in Australia about 50,000 years ago, which means our ancestors actually had to deal with it. It had a venomous bite. The poison wouldn't kill you instantly, but it would paralyze you and lower your blood pressure until you collapsed. And then it was just dinner time. Speed? Up to 40 kilometers per hour over short distances. Translation: if you think, I'll run, congratulations, you've just become a snack with cardio. Oh, and here's a detail. Some researchers believe it could hunt by ambush, staying motionless for hours before it attacked. Imagine stepping out for a glass of water and seeing 2 tons of lizard coming at you like a flash sale. Survival? 0%. Unless you had a tank, and even then, I wouldn't bet on it. 4. Titanoboa, the infinite snake. Today, the largest snake is the anaconda, which reaches about 6 meters. The Titanoboa, 15 meters. It's like someone thought, you know that huge snake? Let's make a school bus version just with more hunger. It lived 60 million years ago after the dinosaurs were gone. It weighed over 1 ton, was as thick as a barrel, and had enough strength to crush a crocodile with a hug. The worst part, it hunted underwater, so you could be swimming peacefully and suddenly the water would go dark. Not because it was getting dark, but because 15 meters of snake were wrapping around you. And unlike many modern snakes, it wasn't in a hurry. It would crush you slowly until every bone said goodbye. Then it would swallow you whole, without chewing, just to maintain its charm. Survival? Only if you lived on a different planet. 3. Arthropleura, the 2-meter millipede. If you think a bug in your room is annoying, meet the Arthropleura, a 2-meter-long millipede that lived 300 million years ago. No, it wasn't venomous. Yes, it probably ate plants, but that doesn't change the fact that it was a bug the size of a couch walking through your living room. Its body was covered in resistant plates, and each of its dozens of legs moved in sync, creating a sound that, let's just say, wouldn't help anyone sleep. In terms of defense, it didn't need venom. Its sheer appearance was psychological terror. Now, imagine living in a forest full of these things. You trip, fall, and what hugs you isn't your mom. It's a 100-kilo prehistoric millipede. Survival, technically high, because it wouldn't eat you, but your sanity would never return. 2. Mosasaurus, the shark's shark. Ever seen Jurassic World? The monster that leaps from the sea and swallows a great white shark whole? That's the Mosasaurus. It was 17 meters long and was the supreme predator of the oceans at the end of the dinosaur era. Serrated teeth, a jaw that could open at absurd angles, and the speed of an aquatic rocket. It would hunt by ambush, coming from below, and by the time you noticed, you were already part of the menu. The most bizarre part is that it could swallow prey almost its own size in a single gulp. Dolphins, giant turtles, even other Mosasaurus. In its time, falling into the ocean was basically signing a contract for instant death. Survival? 0%. Not even the best Olympic swimmer in the world would escape. 1. Spinosaurus, the spiny nightmare. Larger than a T-Rex, at 18 meters long, with a giant sail on its back. The Spinosaurus is the only known giant amphibious predator, which means it could hunt you in the water and on land. It had huge claws, teeth as sharp as kitchen knives, and long jaws perfect for grabbing slippery prey. If you tried to escape by swimming, it would dive after you. If you tried to run, it would get out of the water and keep chasing you. Imagine a fusion of a crocodile and a dinosaur, driven by hatred and infinite hunger. It was nature's final boss, and you wouldn't stand a chance. It wouldn't even be easy with modern weapons. Survival? Negative. You'd be dead before you could even form a plan. The most incredible thing? Your ancestors lived on a planet with animals like this and still survived. They faced giant lizards, impossible snakes, monstrous bugs, colossal marine predators, and still had time to invent tools, fire, and gossip. All so you could complain today that life is hard because the Wi-Fi is out or your food delivery is 10 minutes late. So before you complain about traffic, remember, at least you don't have to worry about a 15-meter snake waiting for you on your way to work. You are the result of millions of years of unlikely survival. Enjoy that and subscribe before natural selection decides to run an update.